Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I'm Nurse Sheena and I'm here to bring you another video, y'all. Excuse me, I am getting ready for work currently and I just wanted to hop on here because it's been a minute. So this video is going to be about how do you know if your symptoms is just a cold? I mean, is it just a cold or is it something more serious like flu or COVID? So I'm going to be explaining to you some details about each one of them so that it can help you determine and seek the help and get the treatment that you really need. Okay, so let's start with the common cold. With the common cold, I would say you have a slow onset, meaning that the symptoms are gradually coming. Like one day you may wake up with a little sniffy nose, but you feel fine, and then next day you may, start feeling a little icky, but you're still fine. So it's the onset of the symptoms are slow. Some of the symptoms that you do have are very mild, including sneezing, runny nose, sore throat, things like that. They're not too bad. They're mild symptoms and they come on very slow. And then, so with a cold, you have the symptoms, but you rarely get a fever. So you may have a low temp fever, no fever at all. So those are some of the symptoms of a common cold. So I started feeling a little funny like 3 days ago, and now my nose is running, but I'm not sneezing. And then 5 days later, okay, now I got a cough. So that is some of the signs of a common cold. Okay, so next we're going to talk about flu. So flu, the first difference is the onset or the symptoms are very sudden. Like I was fine yesterday, or I was fine about an hour ago, and now I'm feeling bad. So that's the sudden onset. So some of the symptoms include high fever, chills, body aches, and fatigue. So if all of a sudden you get the chills usually mean that your body's trying to cool itself down. So you may have a temp. So always check your temperature. When you're feeling icky, check your temperature. And your body start to hurt. It feel like you done worked out and you ain't worked out. So you having some body aches and all of that. So that is a really common sign of the flu. Also with the flu, you may experience a cough or sore throat. So just know that if your symptoms didn't come on gradually, meaning it took about a couple days, a week for everything to kick in, and they came on like all of a sudden, like I was fine and all of a sudden, it could be the flu. So with COVID, y'all, COVID can be an overlappage of the common cold and flu. Your symptoms can come on gradually or they also can come on suddenly. So with all these different variants of COVID, y'all, sometimes you feeling, that's why people don't believe they have it. It's like, okay, it got to be a cold, and then sometimes they have this sudden onset and it's not the flu. So it's a little overlappage there. So some of the symptoms that you may experience with COVID is loss of taste and smell, y'all. That is one of the popular number one symptoms they associate with COVID: loss of taste and smell, cough, headache, and fatigue. So you get a headache and now you can't taste your food. You're feeling like you have a cold or a flu-like symptoms. It could be COVID. But a lot of the symptoms now with the vaccine, they are a little bit milder than they were at first. So if you had the COVID vaccine and you're experiencing some of these symptoms, they may not be as harsh as an unvaccinated person, but those are some of the symptoms that are associated with COVID. So all in all, with all of these, it's hard to determine the difference. I mean, they do have some distinctive symptoms on some of them. Some of them are overlapping, but your body reacts. Everybody's body reacts differently to everything. So when do you seek medical attention? Seek medical attention if you have a fever over 102 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're having any trouble breathing, symptoms lasting more than 10 days, or if you're high risk, meaning that you have chronic illness conditions, if you're elderly, if your immune system is deprived, get help. Seek help immediately. And then all in all, if you're unsure of what you have and you just want to know, go get tested. Go get tested. Visit your local doctor office, urgent care. Get tested. Stay at home. Contact your healthcare provider. Get informed and stay healthy. So y'all, all in all, yes. So save this video for the upcoming flu season, or if you're feeling like you have a cold, you don't know what it is. These are some of the symptoms you should look for. And thank you for watching another video. Y'all leave y'all comments, questions down below, and I will catch you in another video.